To Michael's interview with a survivor of the shooting last month that left 3 University of Virginia football players dead. Michael Hollins Jr. is still recovering from being shot in the back, but Michael, he says he has a story he needs to share.
Yes, and I'm so glad he shared it with me, Robin. He is absolutely an amazing young man with an incredible story. When shots rang out on the team bus, he ran, but he went back in an attempt to help others to safety, and that's when he came face to face with the shooter.
So I knew in that moment that, God had his hand on my life. It just felt so surreal. Knowing I'm in the middle of, UVA campus, a place where I felt really safe before.
University of Virginia football player Michael Hollins Jr. speaking out after surviving a shooting that killed 3 of his teammates and injured another student. A fellow student is charged with opening fire inside a bus as the group returned to campus from a field trip last month. When did you realize something was wrong?
Once I got up and the bus was stopping is when the gunshots, started ringing out. In that moment, I knew we had to, get off that bus because it could get a lot worse. Me and another teammate were the only 2 to get off the bus. Mm-hmm. And I turned back and I look over my shoulder and I realized, we're the only 2 running. I didn't really think much in that moment. It was just literally an instinct and a reaction to go back.
You say you were 3 or 4 steps on the bus.
Yep.
You see him coming off the bus.
Yeah, and it was, he was just so close, and I felt so hopeless and so powerless in that moment.
Did he say anything?
Nothing at all. He just, we locked eyes, and that was it. It was just a cold look. It was, I don't know, it was just like a numb look. And, in that moment, I just dropped everything and took off running. I felt him hit me in my back, but I knew I wasn't going down without a fight, and I found a pre-med student. And that was God again. She was there to help me. She kept me calm, kept my breathing under control, was checking my pulse, and until the ambulance came.
Christopher Parnell Jones Jr. was charged with the shooting. How well did you know him?
I didn't know him at all.
At all?
I had saw him that morning before we got on the bus.
And what was his demeanor when you saw him that morning?
He was looking normal to me.
And Deshaun Perry, Devin Chandler, mm-hmm. Lavelle Davis Jr., they were your teammates.
They were.
And they were all killed in the shooting. When did you find out that they didn't make it off the bus?
I found out 2 days later. I found out because I went straight to surgery because I think I got hit in the small intestines, kidney, and they were trying to see if it damaged my bladder. By the grace of God, it missed my spine by, I think, 2 centimeters or something like that.
What was it like when you found out they didn't survive?
I've never cried like that before. I lost a brother that day. I loved Lavelle with all my heart, loved Devin with all my heart, but Deshaun, it was different with him. It was, man, that was my brother. So it was tragic hearing that he was gone.
And if you could say something to the shooter, what would you say to him?
I just would love to ask if he knew the magnitude of his actions in the moment. Like if he ever thought how many people will be affected for the rest of their lives.
And how has this whole thing changed you?
It's just, I've never been as, like I said, vulnerable or emotional, but now it's just like, I don't really care. I can't control it. I'm not afraid to, tell my friends or my teammates, I love you, looking forward to seeing you again and really meaning it now.
I gotta say, even sitting here now and listening to your story, and the way you're composed about it is just mind-blowing to me.
I'm doing it for, my brothers I lost.
It's like the same responsibility you felt that made you turn around is the same responsibility that you feel to tell your story.
Right. I'm still doing it for the people I love, for the people that were on that bus. And everything I do from here on will be, you know, in their name, in their light. And I just want to do as much as I can to keep their, you know, their flame lit.
And really a special young man. And, you know, after speaking to him and having the chance to spend an hour with him, I'm not surprised that he ran back. He said, I realized I was running, but the people I got on the bus with weren't coming off. And he felt the responsibility to go back and help them and put himself in harm's way. And I'm happy that he's okay celebrating. He had a birthday, so happy birthday to Michael. But I'm just glad he's around for us to celebrate his birthday with him.
Seems like he's got a big heart.
Yeah.
Big heart, George. I've done a lot of these interviews, and when I tell you, I'm just amazed by this young man. Really am.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Michael.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.